Hey everyone, Joey here, and today we are looking at the VITURE Pro XR glasses that basically give your Nintendo Switch a portable 135-inch display. So if you've heard of the VITURE 1 XR glasses, these are basically the newest model, hence the name Pro, and there are some things about these glasses that make them better from the previous model, which I will get to in a bit, but first let me tell you how these glasses work. Well, for one, it's not enough to just have them by themselves, you also have to get one of these docks. This one right here is the VITURE Pro mobile dock. It is an upgrade from last year's model. Now 3D content and games are supported, there's even longer battery life because it also doubles as an external charger. Fun fact, it's compatible with all standard USB-C displays, so not only can you connect your Switch to this, you can also connect it to your laptop, computer, iPhone 15, as well as other compatible Android devices, and it's also a lighter build and weight than the previous model, which is always nice. So basically you have to hook up your Switch to the dock with the little USB-C cable you get with the dock, and then you plug in the cable you get with the glasses, you plug it into the dock, and then you plug it in right here on this part of the glasses, and you put them on, and then there you go, bam, you are off to the races. I am using an attachment that's sold separately. They have these for both the Switch and the Steam Deck. I should also mention that this battery grip isn't really meant to be used like this, like holding it in portable mode, because the battery just gets in the way of the Joy-Cons and it doesn't feel very comfortable. It's just really helpful in keeping the Switch and the dock together. Set it off to the side right here, and then grab a controller and just play like this, like you normally would with your Switch hooked up to the TV. The attachment is useful in that way, it's easy to put on, but it takes a little effort to disconnect it from your Switch as it grips onto that thing really tightly. The dock also has an HDMI input, so really you can connect to any HDMI compatible device. I even plugged my PS5 into it and it worked just fine, although I had to be right next to my PS5 for it to work, so I need to either get a really long HDMI cable or just hook it up into a more convenient space if I want to game with the glasses. And yes, you did see two glasses inputs on the dock because you can plug in two of them for some split screen action. I didn't get to test this out, but man, it looks so cool. VITURE also sent me their 8BitDo limited edition controller. It looks a lot like the 8BitDo Ultimate wireless controllers that I've been a fan of. So if you like those controllers, well, you might like this one as well. Although the button layouts are the Xbox layouts, so they'll take some getting used to if you're going to use this with your Switch. But it's compatible with PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, as well as mobile devices and Steam Deck. But now let's get to the glasses themselves. What makes the VITURE Pro XR glasses better than the previous model? Well, for one, the screen size is 10% bigger. It simulates a screen size of 135 inches at 3 meters away, while the previous model simulated a screen size of 120 inches at 3 meters away. That's not all though, the display refresh rate has been updated from 60 Hz to 120 Hz, and you can really see how smooth the display is. Even though there aren't any Switch games that support 120 FPS, it is still a very smooth picture, and the brightness has been increased from 1800 nits to 4000 nits, and let me tell you, it is a very bright screen. The perceived brightness has been increased from 500 to 1000 nits, and it has been SGS A+ low eye fatigue certified. So basically your eyes won't get strained like they do looking at a computer monitor or phone screen for too long. It's that ultra clarity look that makes this screen really nice to look at. There's no blurry edges whatsoever, even small in-game text is readable on this display, and it's anti-glare, anti-ghost, and anti-motion sickness. These are the only XR glasses with myopia adjustments on the latest Sony Micro OLED panel. So basically you can get the image in focus to your unique eyesight. Make no mistake, man, the screen on this thing is highly impressive. When I first put these on, it did take me some time to adjust to the screen size that's in the glasses, mainly because this is the first time I've ever used XR glasses, so it was a unique experience for me, but even still, I love the screen on this thing. It does feel like you're sitting in front of a giant screen. The only complaint I kind of have is that the color on the screen is a bit towards the yellowish side. It's like when you turn on night sight on your smartphone, the blue light is toned down a bit, so the screen looks a bit more on the yellowish side. And that makes sense here if they're trying to reduce the amount of eye strain you have while using these glasses, but at the same time, I wouldn't say the yellow light is too obscene. After a while, I really got used to it, and when I was playing more colorful games like Mario Wonder and Odyssey, I hardly noticed it at all. I actually reached out to VITURE about this, and they said yes, this is to lower eye fatigue, fatigue, especially for lower brightness, but with the next firmware update, the color will be even more accurate with different brightness, and they are launching a software switch so that you can choose a color mode of your liking. So that's really great to hear, and might make this effectively a non-issue in the near future. What's really cool about these glasses though is that they are made with privacy in mind. For one, nobody on the outside is going to be able to see what you're playing. But if you want to block out some light, then push this button right here and the screen's just gone. It's black. I wouldn't say the screen's gone, you can still see the screen, but everything on the outside is 99% covered. And right now I can see because there's a bright light shining in my face, but if you're outside and you're playing a game, the electrochromic film just blocks out most light, making it so the focus is on the screen and almost nothing else. You can see a little bit, especially if you are outside, but if you're in a moderately lit indoor space, I swear it's like the light was just completely gone on the outside. However, if you're out in bright sunlight and you need more cover, well, you can get one of these lens covers right here, and everything is just, you know, just completely dark. Even still, I never found a use for these really because I was inside most of the time when using these glasses, and it really felt like dark magic. These things block out light so well. Of course, if you still want to be aware of your surroundings, you just press the button again, and there you go. Everything is back to normal. It's still a bit darker than usual. They are kind of like sunglasses in that way, but you can still be aware of everyone and everything around you. But how are you supposed to hear the game you're playing? Do you have to hook up your earphones to your Switch? I mean, you could, but there are some pretty great stereo speakers on these glasses provided in partnership by Harman. And while they may not be like a surround sound gaming headset or what have you, they are really good speakers. I was playing next to my wife and she could barely hear me play unless I had the volume all the way up and there was like a really intense Metroid Prime fight or something. But even still, you don't even need to turn the sound all the way up on these glasses because even if it's around in the middle section, you'll still get great quality stereo sound. Also, the glasses come with multiple nose pieces that raise or lower its stance on your face. I had to go for a higher nose stance, but let me tell you, swapping these nose pieces out is a bit nerve-wracking because you have to squeeze and pull a little, and I'm always afraid that I'm gonna break it, but the good thing is, once you find the right nose piece, you really won't have to ever swap it out again, unless maybe someone else is using them. Either way, just a minor problem. So after using these glasses for a few days now, I can confirm they're hyped. They really made me want to play my Switch again because it felt like a new experience on that 7-year-old console, and when Paper Mario The Thousand-Year Door comes out, you know I'm going to be playing them on this thing because they are really cool. Even though the Switch is portable, I don't like playing it in handheld mode that much, so if my wife is watching something on the TV, I just hook these up to my Switch and then I put them on, and I'm just playing a game on my own personal TV. That's actually a little bit bigger than my 75-inch TV. It really is that cool. But I really like using them while I'm laying down in bed. I can't stress enough how actually comfortable this is. I'm just laying in bed, I got a controller in my hand, I'm looking up at the ceiling, and I'm playing some hardcore games while just relaxing. It's one thing to hear me talk about it, but trust me, you have to experience it for yourself. And any problems I have with these glasses are fairly minuscule in comparison. At first I was a bit bothered by the yellowish tint in the screen, but I really got used to it. I even stopped seeing it at certain points, and now it's a comfort knowing that there's going to be a firmware update to make the color even more accurate, and there's going to be an option to switch color modes. So it sounds like that's not going to be an issue much longer. I do wish it was easier to have all these items together in one package, because not only do you have to have the glasses, you have to have at least 2 cables with it, the Switch itself, you also have to buy the one dock, and I wish there was some kind of packaging VITURE could offer to make putting all these items together easier. Thankfully, the glasses themselves have a really nice package, but it would be really nice to be able to carry the glasses and the dock and the Switch, and maybe even some cartridges into one big carrying case. Even still, these glasses rock for the Nintendo Switch, and I have to give them a 9 out of 10. They are that good. And if you want to get one for yourself, you can grab your VITURE Pro dock pack and use our code GameXplain to get 10% off your entire order, except for the glasses themselves. The code does not apply to those, but if you're trying to get a Pro dock or even a controller like one of these, it does apply to those products. And if you get a pair of these glasses and share your great experience on socials, tagging GetVITURE or share as an Amazon review, you could win the 8-bit Do controller for free. But thank you so much for watching my review of the VITURE Pro XR glasses. Let me know in the comments if you plan on picking one of these things up, and subscribe to GameXplain and hit that notification bell for more reviews like this. Until next time, bye-bye.